p.m. Pick up sliced seats and Watson deli meat, freshly made Italian bread, and Lewis Dairy Milk.
Radio check 1 2 1 2.
Jessica's Juice is on Power 1017.
All right, Jess, what you got in juice?
All right, I have this quick story about Harry Styles. I know the girls love him. They just
Yes.
recently went to his concert.
Yes.
Well, Harry Styles became a bit of a romantic
Oh.
at his Portland, Oregon show as a proposal took place in the audience. He joked that while he had been on stage singing for an hour, Kyle swung in and in 15 seconds had stolen the whole show. He went on to tell the couple that he was incredibly honored that he chose to pop the question at his show. Styles said from the stage, "Wow, I am absolutely flabbergasted. I don't know what to do." A fan captured the moment on video. It is now trending all over TikTok.
Oh,
and it
really?
has
Okay.
over 500,000 likes. All right,
Wow.
so fill the girls in and let them know to check it out, okay?
I think they already know.
They probably do. I know. Also, Will Smith has recalled his mom catching him having relations with his girlfriend Melanie Parker when he was just in high school.
Really?
And now he's coming out to talk about it. In his new book, he says that his mom flipped the light switch like she does a dozen of times before. But this time, her eyes landed her on her son with his girlfriend deep in the sheets, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
How embarrassing. He continued
Have
on to say,
your parents ever caught you doing anything? Let's go. 302-858-5117. Old school stories. Stuff from back in the day.
I'm trying to think. I think one time I tried to sneak out and we took the screen out the back window. We were trying to hide it. We got caught, but that was something we were trying to do. Another time I took her car and I was allowed to use the car. She just didn't know that I was taking it to go to a party.
Oh, right.
And somebody like put their beer on top of the car,
Oh.
their beer bottle. But when they
Ruined it.
Well, when they leaned up against the car, they were just leaning up against the car. But when they leaned, they like hit the car a little bit too much. And the beer bottle somehow slid down and shattered the back window.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Not the back window.
So I was allowed to have the car out. I just wasn't supposed to be at this party. And then, of course, something like that happened. You had to go home with a busted window. Yes. Oh, I'll never forget that. Never forget that. Yeah.
Wow.
But nothing like this.
Okay.
Nothing like this. But Will Smith is now coming out in his new book, giving us some details on what happened with him and his mom and when he got busted. Also, Justin Bieber, he is openly speaking out about his battle with addictions, and now his wife Haley is also talking about it as well. She says that when they became a couple, he made the choice to get sober, and so she supported him. Her dad apparently, used to have an addiction problem when she was growing up, so she knew what it was like for someone to be in recovery and to support that person. But she says with Justin, there was some extremely difficult times and just some dark places and dark times. Justin admits to all of it, and he says, yes, I did have an addiction problem, and it was so serious that the security would come into my room at night and check my pulse.
Wow.
That's how serious it was. He also says that I was waking up in the morning. The first thing I would do was pop some pills, smoke a blunt, start my day. It got really, really scary because on top of that, with the marijuana, with alcohol, he said he also took psychedelic mushrooms, pills, other drugs. He just wanted an escape. Now this is on his YouTube docuseries. It's called Justin Bieber Seasons, but he's doing it because he wants to help others out there.
Okay.
But he is clean and sober, and his wife was there to support him every step of the way.
Well, that's good.
And then Odell Beckham, he says that the reason for joining the Rams has now been revealed. All right, he's one of the best wide receivers in the entire NFL, and he was released by the Browns. It should be no surprise that there was going to be some teams that were going to go after him hard. It was originally reported that Beckham would wait until next week before making a decision, although in the end, he decided to make the announcement today that he would be joining the Rams. All right, that went down yesterday. And then he was choosing between a few different teams. It was going to be either the Rams or the Green Bay Packers. And at the end of the day, he says that he wanted to be in L.A. and he wanted to play under Sean McVay. And there you go. That was his decision. That was his choice. And that's why he did it. All right. For everybody who has so many questions and speculations, that's how that whole deal came down. But it was going to be them or the Packers.
Okay.
Wow. And then the Houston Rockets, they have decided to postpone Travis Scott Day. after this tragedy. They were going to, have Travis Scott Day, but they decided that with this mass casualty event that happened at the 2021 Astro World Festival last week, the team's president and business operations said the event, it would just be too insensitive, and at this time it was going to take place during the game that Houston played against Detroit, but they've decided to put the brakes on that. They said that they're just going to honor the victims, do a moment of silence, and they want to help the community heal.
We were talking about like how big Travis Scott was, to like the, teenagers and stuff like that.
Yep.
I mean, think about it. Like they were getting ready to have a Travis Scott Day. You have this Travis Scott Astro World with 50,000 people there.
Yeah.
Travis Scott was the first artist that McDonald's teamed up with.
I know. I remember that.
That's how huge this guy is.
Yeah.
So.
And he's with Kylie.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, you're right. It is the Bill and Jessica show. Here's Capella Gray. Good morning.